What's going on, everybody? My name is Justis, and I'm with my guy.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's Tyaire. How y'all doing?
And you're watching the Silky Boys podcast, the webbiest podcast out right now for your sports news and what's going on in the culture. And with us today is a special guest, my other guy, my guy been here for a minute. I got David. Say what's up to the people.
What's goody? What's goody? How's everybody doing?
Welcome, Dave.
Chilling.
Oh, bro.
Chilling.
All right. Everybody's chilling. Tyaire, you just got back from a protest. Tell us, how was that, bro? We can't breathe.
Fresh out.
Bro, I need to get me one of them shirts, bro.
Exactly, bro. Fresh out. It's good to see the people out there, bro. This history out there, no cap. Looking around, bro, you're like, yo, this is a historic moment going on right now. It's good to see that people really finally speaking up. Just not black people. I'm seeing white people, Asian people. Just seeing all type of people out there. Dope to see.
Right. We're going to get into that later on in this podcast. But first, we got some sports news. Fellas, the NBA is coming back. We're getting summertime basketball. It's lit. Thank God. So the NBA and NBA Players Association both agreed to resume the season starting the end of July. That's going to run all the way to, what is it, about August?
Yeah.
Not August, but October.
Mm-hmm.
About there. Pulling up the details right now. So there's going to be 22 teams instead of 30. And I'm trying to see where else is there. And they're going to be playing in Orlando. And the teams are going to, and there are going to be, I think 6 teams from the West are going to be vying for that A spot, and that's going to end up being the Suns, the Trailblazers, Kings, Spurs, Pelicans, and I want to say, Tyaire, do you remember that last team?
I don't even know, bro. I've been saw the loop this past week, bro. I don't even know.
Anyway, but it's going to be 6 teams from the bottom half of the Western Conference, and then the Washington Wizards are going to be vying for that last spot in the East. So, just based off that, what are you guys expecting? How are y'all feeling just off this news?
It's a relief, bro. It's good to get back to some form of normalcy. Like, we've been locked away like 3-4 months now, no sports. And like you said, we said like a couple weeks ago, like summer basketball, like that's something we always wanted, like something to watch during the summertime. We finally got it. It's gonna be fun to see LeBron. He's been pent up in the house for 4 months. He was the main one on the front line trying to open this back up. So it's just gonna be fun to see all these dudes get out and see. I want to see how they look after being locked in for 4 months. See if they've been really working on that game. It's gonna be a learning curve for sure at first, but overall I'm excited about it.
David, how you feel about it?
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be great. It's going to be like definitely weird to see how these guys come out after the quarantine now, not playing for 4 or 5 months, like in the middle of the season, just picking right back up into it. Playoff basketball is going to be crazy to see.
Right, and right before we go into playoffs basketball, now they're going to play 8 regular season games first, and then before moving on to the playoffs. So they'll be able to get some conditioning in. We'll probably get a couple of good games before getting right into the playoffs, which, hey, this is going to be one to remember for a long time.
Right.
Just this year, this season, it's going to be good. And real quick, really early predictions. Who's coming out, bro? Who's coming out of the East? Who's coming out the West?
It's going to be the same teams I had already. It's going to be the Lakers and the Bucks. And I'm going to say this right now. I've been the biggest LeBron hater my whole life. If LeBron wins the ring after Kobe dying, we in quarantine, all this Black Lives Matter stuff, he's at the front line of. He's the GOAT. I don't need no other argument from it. If LeBron get it done, he's the GOAT. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, I got Lakers, Bucks.
What about you, Dave?
I got Lakers, Bucks as well. No way Bron's letting them lose now. There's no way.
No way.
That's fact.
No
I got Lakers Bucks too.
Yeah.
I got Lakers Bucks.
Like LeBron.
So we're pretty much all consistent that. But
in the East, who's stopping Giannis? That's also what you got to think about. Nobody's stopping Giannis in the East.
Yeah, not really. I mean, the Celtics. That's probably like the only real team I can see it happening. I feel like Toronto in the right matchup can give them some problems.
It's always the same. But I gave up on that shit a long time ago, my guy. I don't think they ever going to get that shit together.
What?
Philly.
Oh, Philly? Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Sorry, Philly. It's just not your time right now. That's all it is.
It's not
It's not
there.
your time.
It ain't there.
Miami is a sneaky little team that could make some more noise come playoff time though. You can't sleep on them.
That's a fact.
Miami got a lot of guys on their roster.
That's a fact. Well, sticking to NBA news, going on to a little bit more of the culture. Got to talk about James Dolan and his comments this past week. In the middle of all of this, multiple sports organizations and franchises have come out in support of Black Lives Matters, standing up for Black rights, everything going on. Just being supporters of the movement. James Dolan, the owner of the New York Knicks, has failed to release a statement on there just because he feels like it's not qualified to talk about this. I'm going to read you exactly what he said in the email. He says, quote, "In this turbulent time in our country, the coronavirus and civil unrest have taken their toll on our way of life. We at Madison Square Garden stand up by our values of respect and peaceful workplace. We always will. As companies and businesses of sports and entertainment, however, we are not any more qualified than anyone else to offer our opinion on social matters. James Dolan, you are the owner of the New York Knicks, one of the most valued NBA franchises in the league. A league that profits so much off the Black community, probably the premier league to profit off the Black community. You have to show support. You have to issue a statement. You cannot say that. You cannot come out and say, I don't want to talk about it just because I don't feel qualified to talk about it. You're someone that is influential. You're someone with power. You're someone with a lot of fucking money.
You don't gotta be qualified to have an opinion.
Exactly. Like, we're not all political activists, bro. Like, it's right or wrong. It's not like a hard thing.
That's all it is. And guess what? A lot of these people right now on these social media platforms, guess what? They're not political science either. They're not political science, maybe they're not politicians, nothing of the sort. But yet they're still taking a stand and they're still saying, hey, this is right and this is wrong. So James Dolan, why can't you do that, bro? For what? To me, this was a final nail in the coffin. For me, as far as James Dolan
I was really about to ask you, like, is you still a Knicks fan after all of this, bro?
Bro, after this day, I was thinking about it right before this podcast, bro. I'm done. I am actually really done with the New York Knicks, and that's something that I didn't think I would say. But I can't support an owner who is so blind and so afraid to talk about something that's real, especially when 16 of the 17 players on his own team are Black. No. Just no.
As long as you make money, hey. As long as the Garden sell out every week, I'm cool. I don't really care about what y'all going on, man. That's
bro. Dave, what you gotta say about this, bro?
Hey, that's how they do it, man. Big business. They don't really care about you're just pawns in the game. That's how it goes up there. They can make a profit, they'll use you. That's how it goes.
That's why these athletes need to take a stand. Like, they don't make money.
Absolutely.
They don't make money without you, bro. Like, if you're not on the court, they can't make no money, bro. If y'all say, fuck you, I'm not playing the Knicks, bro. Like, with the Donald Sterling, if all the Clippers is like, yo, I'm not playing in this game, what is Donald Sterling going to do? He's not about to make no money, bro. So, like, y'all have the power. That's like what we seen out here. We have the power. We in the streets. We making the change, bro. They can't stop all of us. So, it's like, I feel like it's the time now that players got to take that position like, yo, we run this shit, and it's fuck the owners at this point. If you're not with us, you against us, basically.
I'm really curious to see how DSJ feels about this when he was just outside in Carolina with J. Cole protesting. I know that hurt him. I know it does.
For real, like, it's ridiculous.
Like, James Dolan, you're using your platform irresponsibly. Don't. This what's going on right now. If you have a platform, you cannot use it irresponsibly. And speaking of that, someone that did again earlier this week was someone who I really liked.
Me too, but it's over now. Like, it's rap. It's raps. It's big raps.
Out the window.
True. But like over the past years, what's been like one negative thing to come out about Drew Brees?
I don't even
like
know.
This is the only thing. So for those who don't know, in the midst of everything, Drew Brees came out and said he showed his support for what's going on and everything. but he made it clear and said that there's no protest or disrespect to the flag. And that's really important to bring up because there are so many people still in this country that don't understand what was happening back in 2016 that are still don't know what's going on in 2020 in the midst of everything right now. And he did apologize. He did issue a statement. Michael Thomas and Al Kamara, they forgave him. Saying, that's good. They came out and apologized. And he did seem really sincere about it. And I truly believe that he was. But when you have a platform like he does, being a quarterback for one of the NFL,
making a statement like that.
Yeah.
At this time?
You have to know, you have to read the room, you have to know what's going on, and it's just, Drew, you just got to be smarter, and you just got to understand, like, what's really going on, like, in the streets, what's going on in the world.
It's just like, it was like, I'm glad it happened because it opened up the conversation for it to happen. Like, this is how most white people feel. They just see how they grew up, and they don't see how the rest of the lower America grew up. Like, Drew, yes, your grandparents fought in the war. They were soldiers. They fought for World War II. You have a bunch of black teammates in your locker room that grandparents probably fought for the war too, went to World War II. But when they came back to America, they were still segregated. They were still called niggers. So when they look at the flag, for you, you might see, oh, that's the country that I love. But when your black teammates see that flag, they say, oh, this is a country that fucking hates us. The fucking national anthem was written in 1812. Slaves weren't abolished till 1865. Like, why are we standing for this? What do we have to be proud about this song for? When this song was written, they didn't give a fuck about us, Drew. So, like, you just were so blind in what the message is. You just had to say what you wanted to say. And it's like, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, Colin Kaepernick got the idea to knee from an actual soldier. So if they're not disrespected, why the fuck are you? Like, you making it about you, and it's not about you at all. Like, read the room, like you said. In the middle of everything that's going on, there was no need to say that. You could have just said, yeah, I'm going to support my teammates. Yeah, if they take a knee, I'm right with them. Like Aaron Rodgers said, like, that's why I fuck with Aaron Rodgers. He came out and was like, it was never about the flag. It would never be about the flag. It's about what's right and what's wrong. It's not about, oh, we're disrespecting the soldiers. Why would Colin Kaepernick want to disrespect soldiers? Why would you want? He said it's about police brutality, but y'all still making it seem disrespecting the flag. Like, I just don't get it at all.
Dave, your reaction?
Like I said, just terrible thing to say at a terrible time. He has a way bigger platform when he should have been using it to educate people instead of saying that he feels disrespected and stuff. So yeah, not the right time for that.
It's like, bro, you play in New Orleans, the blackest city in America, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is about to happen, bro? Like, you play in the NFL where, like, it's 70% black players. Like, the only white people on the team is a quarterback, punter, kicker, and some offensive linemen. Everybody else is around you is black. So how you think your teammates about to feel when y'all go into this locker room? You saw how Malcolm Jenkins feel. He really want to say something to you. Cam Jordan really want to say something to you. Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas, yeah, they got to be nice because you got to give them the ball. But them defensive players, they want to say something to you. You better watch out for your offensive line. They might move out the way one time next season. Like, it's going to be interesting to see because a lot of these defensive players are really going to be gunning for him next year.
Yeah, that locker room, I'm curious to see what that locker room temperature is going to be like.
Yeah,
in the midst of all this.
It's no reason you should, like, you just got to read the room. Like, that's so stupid to do.
Some people don't have the understanding. Again, I'm just glad that he at least came out and apologized and said it and that he was sincere about it. But it's just, but like you say, Tyaire, it was good that it did happen because now it opens the conversation of like, okay, this is what the other half of the country feels like. This is how they're interpreting what's going on. And it's up to us, being people of color and being of these communities, to sit down with them and be able to say, hey, no, this isn't right. This is what actually is going on.
Yeah.
So I am glad that it did happen, and the fact that people did reach out to him and made that clear. So I will say that.
Yeah, bro. It's like everybody's speaking, but y'all just gotta do a little research before y'all talk, bro. Like I'm getting tired of all these celebrities just coming out the woodwork, just saying anything. Cause I know you have to say something, cause yeah, everybody needs to speak out right now. But do your research first. Don't just say anything and then it blows up and now everybody looking at you crazy. Like 7 celebrities got canceled this past week over this shit. Like y'all just gotta read the room better.
It's okay to have your opinion. Just make sure you're informed first before having an opinion. Because if you don't, you look like a jackass. Just simple and plain.
Just don't be ignorant. Like for y'all, like for like white people, yeah, ignorant is bliss. But for like people, black people, ignorant. If you ignorant, it's destructive. Like white people, like, oh, we can't see what's going around in the world. Yada yada yada. But for black people, they got to be focused, laser focused. We don't like you got to see it how they see it. That's what this is opening up. People seeing it how the minority is seen, and that's what I need Drew Brees to do.
But speaking of people with platforms and celebrities, just the overall outpour of support from all these different athletes and celebrities with just protesting, actually in the streets protesting, but also speaking with their dollar and just donating. What's it called? I know what's his name. The Weeknd, he donated like $200,000. The CEO of Twitter donated like $3 million. Like one of the founders of Reddit, he's stepping down and he wants his position to be filled by a black candidate. So that's great to see that all these people in positions are really actually doing what's necessary in order to kind of create change. Dave, what's kind of being on social media, on Twitter and Instagram, like what are some of the things that you've been seeing from these celebrities?
A lot of support. And it's really great to see everybody is finally speaking out against it, like not being quiet anymore. Because as you can see, from being quiet, has been nothing but just escalated. Just keeps happening and happening and happening. So now it's time to finally make a change. And I think it's great that all the celebrities are coming out. And with all the money and stuff too, it's going to help a lot, definitely.
Yeah, because that's all you get done in this country, money. That's all this country knows is money.
Yep.
You like
exactly
protesters, like that's why I'm for and against protesting, because America's not going to change shit until their bottom line is affected. Until you fuck up their businesses, fuck up all their shit, they're not going to do shit for you. Like in 1968, Martin Luther King got killed. For 6 days, people rioted. On the 6th day, the 1968 Civil Rights Act was passed. So this shit works. So like, keep going. I'm not encouraging looting, but I'm not discouraging it, because shit, this country has fucked over people for years. They deserve a little bit. But yeah, just keep moving it. Try to stay positive if you can. But if you got anger inside you and you just don't know what to do with it, I say read a book first. Do something with that energy all that pent up energy you got, and really make a change. Because if you just burning shit to burn it is dumb. Like, don't just burn down the fucking mom and pop shop. Go burn down some shit that you know is not fucking with us. Go burn down some shit you know is probably don't give a fuck about your cause. Don't give a fuck about your people. Do that. Don't go fucking burn down the mom and pop shop.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I've seen from this week is just looting stuff. My whole thing was like, I was having a conversation with my friend about this. It was like, okay, I get it, I understand it, but just don't go out there, like you said, like all the black businesses, the minority businesses, these mom and pop shops, like we have to protect those.
Yeah.
Like first and foremost.
We talked about these big celebrities making a change, but there's one celebrity who made a change and was just didn't know what was going on. Virgil Abloh, bro. Did you see how much Virgil donated to the cause, bro?
Yeah, donated a calm. What was it, 50? A calm
$50, bro. Do you know how much a pair of off-white socks cost? $150. $150, bro. And he donated $50 to the cause. Like, I'm not judging you for donating $50, but don't post a screenshot showing us that you donated $50. Like, that's just a slap in the face that I could donate $50 right now to the cause, Virgil Abloh. Like, how? Like, what is that, bro? Now, we offer off-white now. This is like, I wasn't on it, but we offer now, bro. You paying $800 for some sneakers, that you put a zip tie on and wrote air on it, and you giving $50 to the cause. Like, what are we doing? Should have never trusted a nigga named Virgil in the first place. Man speaks off-white. He was trying to show us what he was already. Man. He said, "I'm off." Bro.
Yeah, I'm weak. Dave, your reaction to Virgil's friggin' $50 donation, bro?
Well, yeah, like you said, I could have gave fucking $50. Come on, man.
But you like a
something more than that.
He's like a Louis Vuitton executive, bro. He's like the head.
He's the creative director at Louis V.
Like not like 10,000 could have been like that shit would have been cool. You feel me? Like $50. Just not $50. What?
Bro,
you guys see Jordan going 100 million over the next 10 years?
Yeah, that was big. That was powerful.
That's crazy.
Because it's
absolutely.
Everybody talking about how like Jordan didn't speak up for the black community. That was big to see, bro. Also, Kanye paying for George Floyd's daughter's college tuition.
Yep.
That was dope to see.
I'm really proud of Kanye, what he's done like in the past like day. Like to see all the headlines coming out of the support and him actually in Chicago protesting and stuff like that. We kind of turned our back on Kanye just a little bit,
bro.
Like, these past like 2 years.
They said Kanye was like finesse the system, like he was just playing a role. Like they said he was only meeting with Trump and stuff just to get black people out of jail. That's the only reason he said it. Like one of his close friends was like he gave him the box of all the MAGA hats and he was like, "Yeah, I'm never wearing this shit again." It was like they're saying it's like basically Kanye always just a ploy for Kanye to like get in good with Trump to help Kim release all them black people out of jail. Like I'm like, if that's really what Kanye was doing, he's really a different type of genius, bro.
Yo, Kanye finessed us for like 2 years, bro.
That's really sticking to the long run, like seeing your plan through, bro. Man, niggas
Kanye does that. He's truly a genius.
For real, bro. But yeah, shout out to Kanye for that. I saw that. That was dope. And I saw him out in Chicago yesterday marching. And I was like he don't have to do that. He could just sit back and get that money. He was like, I'm chilling. For him to go the extra step and go out there and see the people, that was dope.
Mm-hmm. And also, a real quick shout out to Jaylen Brown, too, for driving down from Boston to Atlanta to lead a protest, too. Like, that's really fucking big.
Bro. It's dope seeing all these celebrities, J. Cole out there. Like, it's history watching right now. It's history. Like, I saw like 50 states, like 13 foreign countries. It was like a post that said, this is the biggest civil rights movement ever, bro. Like,
absolutely.
Like, it's crazy.
There's got to be change now.
Has to be. Like, it can't go back, bro. Like, we need convictions, bro. We can't just be happy with charges, bro. We need convictions, bro. We need legislations making it illegal to kill unarmed black people, making it a hate crime if you do this. Like, we need this shit so this doesn't happen again, bro. Like, period.
In Minnesota, once you go, they just passed a law talking about that same thing you said. What was it? I think what was I forget. It had something to do along the lines of killing an unarmed suspect, and also allowing officers to intervene if they feel like unnecessary force is being used on a suspect. So that was great for them to see.
I saw the fucking LA mayor took like $150 million out of the fucking police budget and gave it back to change. I was like, it's a lot of dope shit happening out here, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We are in a really, really pivotal moment, I think, not only for the United States, but I think just in human history as it is. We're living in a time. What a time to be alive right now.
Like nigga, the Amish is out here, bro. We got the witches out here. We got Batman out here with us. Like everybody is out right now. Everybody is fed up. Like when you got the Amish out, you know you fucked up. Right? The Amish don't even. The Amish don't see shit, nigga. They don't even get news, nigga. So
they don't even got social media.
Facts, bro. So that's how you know y'all.
That's a fact. But it's just great again just to see all this movement, all this everything. It's great to see the people coming together and actually trying to promote change. And now, like I said in the last podcast, I was optimistic about everything that I was seeing from last week, and now I'm feeling even more optimistic this week of, hey, like, something's definitely going to get done with next year or two. Like, we're about to see something. We're about to see a massive change in overall to everything that we know right now, and I think that's great.
Bro, and it's just not about George Floyd. We need justice for Breonna Taylor too, bro.
Mm-hmm. So, happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, baby girl. Rest up. Cops still haven't been arrested. We need that done too. Like, it's not just about George Floyd. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I saw that post. Y'all think it's just about George Floyd. No, this is the tip of the iceberg, bro. This was the last push that was like, all right, we fed up.
Definitely. I mean, it's great that we're on here again, just having this conversation. Because again, conversation is always important. And hey, guess what? We're probably not going to stop talking about it either. As long as this is an issue, we're always going to be talking about it. Right. Like, we're not stopping. Just let y'all know that. Right. But anyway, again, great to see all the change, protests, use your voice, share on social media, all of that. Let's get into some new music, though. So we missed out on New Music Friday last week because of everything. But real quick, I want to point out that Freddie Gibbs released an album with Alchemist. Great album. Alfredo.
Fire.
Honestly, for me, it's like the Vision, Alfredo. Right now for like album of the year.
Oh, it's that real rap and then it's that real R&B, nigga. Like, I'm happy, nigga. Them two albums I've been bumping heavy, bro. Bro, the name is dope, bro. I didn't peep until like I saw a post, bro. It's Alchemist and Fredo and fucking Fred. That shit is fire, nigga. Like, I was like, yo, that's dope. But yeah, that album's fire though. That's the only new shit I've been listening to, that Alfredo.
I listened to that, and then new music that released this week. I listened to Meek's single "Other Side of America."
Yeah.
So I heard that. That was really dope. Trey Songz, he released a 2-pack real quick. How Many Times, right? 2020. Mm-hmm. That was a really powerful song and really inspirational. He also released a song with Summer Walker, which I really like. I think it's "Come Back Home." Mm-hmm. But I'll say this: he released it with the Riot song in the same pack. I kind of take a little bit of issue with that. I wish he would have separated it instead of having the same thing. Just my personal thing. But they're both two really good songs, though.
I know Sleepy Hollow dropped a new album. I'm gonna check that out because that new Brooklyn.
I listened to it. Did you listen to his last album, David? You listened to Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah.
Did you listen to his last album?
The last one, yeah.
Last one? I listened to it once. It's more the same, to be honest with you. There's probably, I think, maybe one song that really stands out to me. But other than that, like, if you listen to the last one, you already know what you're going to get with this one. So you're not, if you don't end up listening to it, you're not missing out much. I'll say that.
I feel like I remember I used to feel like that, like, but I'm just taking the Brooklyn scene as what it is. Like, that's what they're going to do, just excelling that. Like, after Pop died, I was like, bro, just let them do what they do. That's their scene. Let them do that. If it's the same beat, same sound, oh well. If they perfecting that, making money off of that, growing their brand, like Pop made that shit mainstream. Take that shit to the next level for my boy, RP Pop.
No, that's a fact. And I think with Steve Hollow, he is doing the same thing, literally, like I said in the last album, but it kind of goes, but it's reminiscent of what Gunna just did with his last album. It's just a more refined sound of what he already has.
Oh, that Gunna album is different, bro. It's different, bro.
David, you've been listening to that Gunna album, I know, non-stop, bro.
That's just been on repeat. Every single song.
About it, bro. You've had like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks for us to like digest it, bro. Like, what do we think right now?
I think that's just a vibe.
Bro. I think Young Thug needs to be placed up in GOAT category. He gave us Lil Baby and Gunna, bro. They probably dropped my two of my favorite rap albums this year, bro. Like, Young Thug, use the GOAT for finding these little dudes, putting them on, and making them hot, because they really ready to take over where he left off. Like, that might be like the biggest like big rapper that put other like rappers on and it really turned out since like Wayne and Drake, like Wayne, Drake, and Nicki that I seen that in, bro. Like that's what I'm seeing in them, bro. But like you said, that Gunna album's hard. Don't Play Around, Met Gala, all them songs fucking slap.
Everything. The way he just flows, he flows through the whole album.
Bro,
every single song.
Bro, they just they know their pocket, bro, and
yeah,
go in and out of it. That's just them, bro. That's the best duo in rap right now. Shaq and Kobe.
Lil Baby ain't gonna. Nah, but Blindfold on that, I've been bumping that every single day. To me, that's probably that's the hardest song of 2020 thus far, honestly. And it's probably my personal favorite song this year thus far.
I can jack that.
It's crazy we've been getting some
I can definitely jack that.
Bro, like when quarantine first started, I wasn't really sure like what the music scope was gonna be, but I gotta be impressed. Like I got my favorite album after this quarantine, bro. I got Lil Baby Deluxe out of this quarantine. Like it's been dope, bro. It's really good to see. And as the world is reopening, it's good. I'm looking forward to what's next.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of deluxe albums, that just reminded me. G Herbo, he released PTSD Deluxe. Listen to that.
I listen to that. Like I said, bro, I've been in my bag this week, bro. I've been off social media. I just been in my bag, not feeling anything, bro. Like I just been trying to get away from the world. But I'm back now. I'm back on social media. I'm back in my groove. So I'm gonna check all this stuff out.
But real quick on the G Herbo project, listen to it. It's not bad. It's really good. I like it a lot. Dave, you listen to it?
I never really got into G Herbo like that.
Really?
Yeah, I hear that, bro. Like, Herbo, one of them artists is hit or miss. Either you love him or you hate him, bro. Like, he's just one of them. It's either you love how he don't ride the beat or you hate how he don't ride the beat, bro. And it's just no in-between. Like, he's just one of them artists, like, you're not going to get an in-between fan.
But he be spitting, though. That's all we're like. He be spitting on that joint.
Yeah, he got bars. I just can't jack the flow.
Yeah.
I can't bump that.
But, like, so, hold on. Now I just thought of a question. Who's, like, someone, like, with an all flow, but you can still rock with, though? Because for me, obviously, it's G Herbo. I can still rock with him. But, like, for you guys, like, who else would that be?
I think Herbo would be the only artist for me that I really rock who don't be on the beat. Other than that, nobody.
Or like someone that not necessarily off beat, but had like an odd type of flow, or like he just comes in and out the pocket like really well.
I mean, I like Lil Yachty, but he's been disappointing,
bro.
Very disappointing.
Lil Bo 1, that was one of my favorite albums, bro. Like it just been down.
Yeah, he went hard when he first came out. He was hard.
Album, bro. This Lil Bo, this is Lil Yachty, bro. Like that, just whole concept of the album was mad dope, bro. He fell off after that, bro, and I was, but not the same.
Oh well, Yachty. Damn. Is there anything else to talk about? Really? I think we pretty much covered everything.
I think we ran through everything.
Damn. I kind of thought it was nice. Hold you. Anyway, it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching the Silky Boys podcast. As always, make sure to like, share, subscribe. It doesn't take all that much. We're going to be here next week. Dave, my guy, thank you for being here with us, my boy. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Of course.
It was lit.
We're going to catch you on the next one.
All right, stay safe, y'all.